Around 100 pastors have marched to Parliament in Cape Town demanding that COVID-19 regulations for church gatherings be revised. They want 50% capacity of total allowable in the church as opposed to 50 people that level 3 lockdown regulations stipulate. One of the demands is that churches and church leaders must be declared as essential workers and institutions in society. Our reporter Mariska Buerta filed this report.
Reverends, pastors and apostles from various church groupings, mostly charismatic churches from what we can ascertain, have gathered to march on Parliament today to bring forth demands relating to church services. Their main demand is that they don't want to have only 50 people or congregants attending church, as is the current COVID-19 regulations. But they say that rather the President should declare that 50% capacity of a building should be allowed. Now, they explain to us that some of these churches can accommodate thousands of people, and if they are only allowed to let 50 people in, that is not fair on them. They say, for example, if a church has capacity for 3,000 people, these churches have the capability to handle 1,500 people because there's enough ventilation, because it's decent structures, and because they will adhere to all the safety regulations like wearing your mask, social distancing and sanitizing. They also want to be declared as essential workers, as pastors, reverends and apostles, because they say they have been rendering an essential service for the last year since the outbreak of COVID-19, with all the burials and funerals that are taking place. They say when people pass away as a result of COVID, the church is the refuge that people use to find solace. And they also say during this time, they do not want to be grouped or clustered together with the alcohol industry, for example, because every time new regulations are made public, they are in the same group as the sale of liquor, taverns, bars, restaurants that are closed. Churches are also closed as well. So they want government to re-look at that and declare it an essential service, because people are so desperate for spiritual need and emotional well-being, which a lot of South Africans find in churches. I'm just going to step out of shot so that you can see the number of people that have gathered here. They have kept their distance when they marched on Parliament. Earlier, the police told them they do not have a permit to march. They are not allowed to march on Parliament. And there was a little bit of a disagreement. Some of the pastors saying that they are being infringed upon their democratic rights, and they then demanded to still take the walk to Parliament. The police then allowed them to continue with their march on Parliament, but they're only allowed to stand 100 meters away from Parliament, where somebody is expected to come accept their memorandum. But these church leaders say they're being discriminated against, the constitutional rights are being infringed, and they want government to re-look at the COVID-19 regulations as it pertains to church services, and they want at least 50% capacity in church building, not just 50 congregants to be allowed to enter churches on days of worship.